Okay, everyone, welcome to the market wrap up for the 29th of June, 2023. As always, if you're interested in getting this emailed to you, along with all the charts that I will show you and a bunch of the charts that I won't, just for time's sake, go to statsedtrading.com, sign up for the email list there. Also, save yourself 15% off trade ideas, which is how I find all these setups and how I chart them out. So without further ado, let's always start with Bitcoin. Still consolidating at this level again, which is exactly what we want to see. I was talking about on this day right here that, now that we're hitting resistance, I want to see it either pull back a little bit or consolidate for a period of time. And we've got that. So I now have an order to get me in Bitcoin if we break this area to the upside, because I think we could see a little bit of follow through there for a trade. Only other currency that I'm going to look at is Aussie yen. Still putting in this nice kind of bull flag right here. So if we can get a break on that bull flag of Aussie yen, I'll look to take that trade as well. So let's pop into trade ideas and let's start looking here at the S&P 500. So bring up the SPY. You can see we continue to push off this level, and we'll switch over. Again, we have these picture-in-picture charts that I really like. So the bottom one here is a daily now, and this one's a weekly, but when I click the button, it will switch back. But you can see, again, August highs is where we came down. We just kind of touched August highs perfectly, and then we bounced off it. So if I go back, right, that's the area right there, 430 or so. As we were pulling back, I was like, watch 430, and then we've bounced off and we continue higher. Exactly what you expect to see in a bull market, and really good for someone like myself who is very long stocks. So happy about that. Gonna go through some things that I added today. Two trades actually. CPRT finally broke out of this one. I found this from TI Strength, which is a relative strength algorithm that we have over at Trade Ideas. I built it myself, really big fan of it. Does a great job of just keeping you in the strongest names and keeping you out of, buying things in downtrends and stuff like that. So just a nice little kind of cup right here and a little breakout on that one. So I took some of that. Also took some Next. The idea here was simple. It was the anchored view app right before the gap. We had whatever crazy volume happened here from 0 to 35 million shares, basically. Popped up off of that and then pulled back and waited for this anchored view app to catch up. Kind of farting around 8 for a bit. So when it broke 8 today, that's where I actually got triggered in. You can see that green line right there. I hope this is right, up 10% after hours. We'll see what happens in the morning, but it looks like I may actually be up a little bit on this already. Looking at the weekly chart, right, we get right here, and then we've got this right here. So if we're breaking through that, that's exactly what I want to see with that one. Lastly, THC. THC was, I talked about this one on Twitter kind of as I was getting in. Again, basically the anchored view app from before the gap right here was struggling at $80 when it broke through 80 today. That's where I picked some up. I was able to get some even though I was, almost full on positions, just because I don't hide anything. This LQDA, right? So I talked about this yesterday. The simple idea was we had this massive volume spike on this candle right here. Or you can see this big push that happened. It was a great trade. I was in from about 9:15 or so, and I just sold a little bit at the end of the day. I think maybe half the position, just because it was right under that whole number 10. So then it came back down today and obviously hit my stop. So net, slightly positive trade, but just to show, right? Not everything works out all the time. Just the way trading is. Anyone who doesn't tell you that is certainly not your friend. So some names that I've added, really only one that I've added today. And the main reason for that is A, the market's up 3 days in a row. So someone who likes to buy pullbacks on strong stocks, it's kind of hard to do that when the market keeps running. But so these are just the 4 names that I have on watch right now. Some of them that I talked about already before. So like Datadog, for example, from this volume spike on this gap day right here, right, we have this anchored view app from below. We're just kind of chopping in this area. LMND, I continue to keep this one on watch, although it is showing some weakness, right, just from this gap. We have this anchored view app that comes in when it draws right around this area. So that's interesting for me as well. YMAB, right? Massive gap and huge run from this day. And then we've come back and we're just kind of testing that area right there. And I'm putting NVIDIA back on watch. So I had a great trade in NVIDIA. If you go back on the channel, you'll see it. Basically, when it came into the anchored view up from before this gap, right? I'm loving this setup. It's being mostly what I trade. Right? I bought some on this day right here, had a great run, and then was selling most and trying to hold. I think I still have a little bit of it just in case something crazy happened. But now it's coming back and it's kind of fighting this 400 area with 1, 2, 3 inside days in a row. So let's zoom in. I'll tell you what I mean here. But right, so we have this big red candle, and then this day is inside this day's, and then this day is inside this day's, and then this day is inside this day, right? And basically that just means that price is getting really, really, really tight. So if we move higher off this 400 level, I want to be involved. If we move lower, down through the 400 level, I'll probably sell my last little bit and move on. But I just want to be able to reload if this really, really tight consolidation in NVIDIA works higher. So, all right, everyone, that's it for this week. I will talk to you guys. No, that's it for today. I will talk to you guys sometime this weekend where I'm going to do the big weekend market wrap up. So at the end of every week, I switch over to weekly charts. I go through everything that's kind of happening for the week and talk about that. So again, if wherever you are seeing this, if you want to have it emailed to you, just go to statsedgetrading.com and sign up for the email list, and do me a favor on whatever platform you're seeing this. Give a like or a share or subscribe or whatever they call it. The algorithms really like that, and it helps me out. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow.